SEAT have never had an SUV. Hard to believe, I know, what with being the stylish, sleek Spanish affiliate of the VW group. Well, they've never had an SUV until now. Enter the new Ateca, an SUV that aims to give SEAT a fighting chance against the popular Nissan Qashqai, Kia Sportage and of course the MQB platform-sharing Volkswagen Tiguan. I don't think it's too much of a stretch to say that the Ateca may just be the biggest and most important car SEAT has ever launched. And it's Ateca, not Ateca or Ateca. Trust me, I checked. Much like other VW group products, the interior of the Ateca can feel quite different depending on which trim you go for. So we've got the mid-range SE trim, which does feel quite smart, but it's in a different league compared to the flagship Excellence model. You also get quite a few scratchy plastics dotted around, although even in the top of the range Tiguan model, this is still the case. The SE trim still gets you the likes of Bluetooth, cruise control, dual zone climate control and rear parking sensors, as well as this cool 8-inch touchscreen though. Although if you do want sat-nav, you'll have to climb up to the first edition trim or pay the optional extra price of £525. Although the SE model may not have that uber upmarket VW feel, it still feels solid, well screwed together and ergonomically sound. And yeah, if you're used to the Volkswagen layout, then you will like this, and most people do like this layout. It also has that road domineering SUV feel, and you actually feel like you're sat on it rather than in it, which is great. Now, although it's very curvaceous from the outside, there's still loads of space back here. I mean, there's tons of legroom and plenty of headroom. Certainly enough for 6-footers, so I'm told by a friend of mine. And there's even a convenient armrest with 2 cup holders, and if you live in Scotland, got some space for your skis as well. That cost you a few £100. Now, with a wide opening and up to 510 litres with the seats up and 1,604 litres with the seats down, the Ateca's boot is much bigger than the likes of the Nissan Qashqai, although it is slightly smaller than the VW Tiguan. You also get a bit of a loading lip here and a bit of a hump when you fold the seats down, but still, over 1,600 litres is pretty impressive. Speaking to Steve Murphin, project manager for the Ateca, he told me how the engineers got its rivals side by side and compared them in an attempt to come up with a formula to make the Ateca stand out. And the first thing you'll notice is the slightly firm ride setup, but not to worry, it's not an uncomfortable firmness. It doesn't shake or clatter over bumps. Instead, it offers enhanced stability when cornering, as it helps mitigate body roll, and this alone actually makes it feel more enjoyable to drive than a bunch of its rivals. This combines with its sharp, well-weighted steering, which from SE upwards comes with SEAT Drive Profile, allowing for a range of different driving modes like Eco and Sport, and each of these offers different throttle response and different weighting in the steering. And the one driving mode I want to highlight here is Sport, which on twisty roads at speed is great. I mean, you get some variable driving modes and they're just a bit, well, naff. This one isn't. There are a few different petrols and diesels to choose from, but today we've got the 148 brake horsepower 1.4 litre EcoTSI, which is a VW group favourite. And yeah, this is as can be expected really. It's punchy when you need it to be, getting from 0 to 62 in just 8.5 seconds. Yeah, it features frugal cylinder deactivation technology, allowing for CO2 of just 122 grams per kilometre, and on average you should be able to get between 40 to 50 miles per gallon. So yeah, it's great. Good all round really, especially when combined with this snappy 6-speed manual gearbox. And like I mentioned earlier, you do get that proper high-up SUV feel, and you get great insulation from wind and road noise, plus that big piece of glass near the C-pillar helps get rid of some blind spots on the motorway. But if you're after Volkswagen feel, then why not just go for a VW? Well, there's 4,500 very good reasons for that. Yep, the Ateca is £4,500 cheaper than the Volkswagen Tiguan, and it's actually cheaper than the Nissan Qashqai and Kia Sportage as well. You will have to be careful with the options list though, otherwise that good value for money goes out the window a bit. So SEAT have pretty much smashed it when it comes to its first ever SUV. I mean, it emulates that luxury VW group appeal, it looks great, it's competitively priced, it's very practical, and it's actually enjoyable to drive. And as far as I'm concerned, it's the new class leader in terms of all-round appeal. Although it will be interesting to see how it tackles a Skoda Kodiaq when that's released. What do you think of the new SEAT Ateca? Let us know in the comments section below, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Click on the inquire button to find out more details about this car, or for any other models, visit carkeys.co.uk. And to watch more reviews, click one of the links on screen now.